Well, hello. This is my second attempt to make the partial lunar eclipse happening on this Friday for the second time. I won't bother you with the story what happened first time when I tried live streaming and how it all went. But as you can see, this is my office and I still didn't put the door on the furniture and I'll do it soon, but in the meantime you can see what I have in this room and how I'm building my little library slowly. For those who watched my videos before, they know that in that second room there is a huge closet with a big library in it. And I'm not allowed to take those books, just some books which are very valuable to me. But let's go back to the partial lunar eclipse, and if you don't know me, please subscribe to my channel. I'll try to be fast and up to the point with my predictions. Also, maybe you will hear from me things you don't hear elsewhere on YouTube, and also please like and follow my Facebook page. I have special discount until the end of 2021. I will do my 1 hour readings for only $60. So this is it. We will have on this Friday, we will have a partial lunar eclipse happening on the 28th degree of Taurus and 28th degree of Scorpio. Sun and Moon will be in opposition. It will happen on 27th point some degree, but in terms of astrology this is known as 28th degree, because when you are in between the 0 and 1, you're not on the 0 degree, the same as you are living your first year or while you are 0 years old until the 1 year old. Many people make this elementary school mistake, so please take care about this. So eclipse is happening on 28th degree of Taurus and Scorpio. It is partial lunar eclipse. It won't be total, but that doesn't matter, and it won't affect so much the old world like Europe, Asia or Africa. Mainly it will take part on some parts of Pacific and my favorite hypothetical country called Neue Schwabenland, and I was one astrologer who predicted some political changes in Neue Schwabenland 3 years ago. This is the German state in South Pole, and underneath the surface, I said hypothetical, it's not true, but if someone is watching me from the Neue Schwabenland, I would like to know their feedback and what is going on with them in political sense. So, although it will be lunar and it will be partial eclipse, it will last for around 6 hours, and this means that changes that will follow right after this eclipse will last for around 6 months, and you will have to face some sudden situations and to resolve them, and everything will revolve around your financial things, even those areas of your life which apparently don't have any direct relations with finances will be affected by finances, and also things, people, ideas, properties, anything you think you own and anything you don't need anymore will be taken from you, so that the place for new people, new ideas, new properties, new things, everything new can come into your life. So all eclipses could be scary in the beginning, but later on everything has its proper place and time, and eclipses are the doors between us and the other realm. So as far as this eclipse goes, it is at the nth degree of Scorpio and Taurus, and since The planet Jupiter at the end of Aquarius makes a square aspect with the Sun, Moon, and the nodes. This will mean, this is so-called the T-square in astrology, and this means that the void, that the square, that the point which lacks, you have Sun here and Moon here and Jupiter here, and you need the fourth point to have a stable cross. This is called the T-square, because those points are making triangle, and the fourth point falls at the late degrees of Leo. So fixed signs like Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio will be highly affected, and those signs are fixed because they don't like changes, and some significant events are always tied with those four signs. And for instance, in Orthodox churches, Christian churches, on the ceiling, on the central part of the ceiling, you can always see the fixed signs, but Aquarius is symbolized by man, Leo by Leo, Taurus by the bull, and Scorpio by the eagle, because the ancient name for Scorpio was the sign of eagle. And this is the transformation of Scorpio. And this will mean some heavy changes for them, since that we have Uranus in the sign of Taurus, which is involving with financial states, changing the market, changing the prices, causing the inflation, causing the earthquakes, all sorts of things. In this eclipse, it will have some role, not so negative, but you should prepare yourself for the next 18 months for some great changes regarding your values, your love, your protection, and how fast and how good you take things into your system, and how fast and how efficiently you take things out of your system, like excretion organs and sewer system, and so on, about your nutrition and about your love, about your values, what you value in life. This will be the theme for the next 18 months. And since the North Node will be dancing around the planet Uranus in Taurus, this will mean sudden, great, initially negative changes, and they will be all around finances and around food production and properties and lands. And since the Sun, Mercury, and Mars are opposite in the sign of Scorpio, someone from behind is working against those things like property lands. For instance, my country, Serbia, has a great problem, not my country, not my government. And this is the theme of this eclipse. I will just tell you, because the planet Jupiter in Aquarius is making square to Sun and the Moon, who are in opposition. Jupiter in Aquarius are people who want good for their land, for their collective, for everything. And we have right now this case that the last government, not this one, made a contract with a big company, corporation called Rio Tinto. And when we changed our government through elections, the next government didn't change that company, didn't put it aside out of legal flows. I could say they are corrupted, but I don't have any proofs for that. On the other side, the consequences for that contract with Rio Tinto and the state of Serbia will be that one whole area of Serbia will be devastated for ages, for centuries. They will ruin our water, our land, everything. Why? Because they want to dig out lithium, and they need lithium because Europe is going on all electric cars. So when you're proud, when you have your all electric car and you watch that Volvo commercial for their cars about environment and everything, know that we have a document, I think that it's European Union document or something like that, that predicted that the part of Serbia will be sacrificed so that the rest of the Europe will have electric cars. thank you very much. Thank you all with all your electric cars. Thank you so much, so much. You will ruin our animals, our plants, our soil, everything, everything, everything. For the progress, electric cars. So are those electric cars so good? Have you ever started to think where does those electricity comes from? From nothing? From emanating source or anything? There are mines and there are miners and people are digging lithium and there is Russian gas and there is coal and there are all sources to produce your electricity. There is no clean electricity. You have to know that part. So please, if you watch Volvo commercial or any other electric car commercial, I can only beg you to comment below the video and to say they are going to destroy Serbia because of lithium batteries for electric cars. This is one very heavy situation going on right now, and you can watch this lunar eclipse through that lens, destroying and how one small country in Europe is fighting against the big corporation. This is Sun, Mercury and Mars in Scorpio, and some crazy people with crazy ideas. This is Uranus in Taurus, who think they are scientists and they lead the progress and everything, but in fact they are leading us to disaster, the real disaster. And this will be the theme in general regarding those nodes and Sun and Moon and Jupiter in Aquarius. Also, Mars is making a square, a waning square with Saturn, and Saturn is in a fixed square throughout this whole year with Uranus in Taurus. So there are some big games going on behind the scene. We don't know much about them, and they are going on right now, and they are going to be cleared out in the next 6 months, and you will find out many things about it. Many people will suffer. And at the same time, as I said, for the next 18 months, everything will revolve around money and values. Everything can be bought and everything can be sold. Yeah, even love. Don't worry, love is the easiest one to buy and sell on the market. And at the same time, you have to remember what happened in your life around 2002, late 2002, if you existed in that moment, because events around this eclipse will remind us somehow about that period of our lives. At the same time, ideas you are doing right now and you will do them until the end of December will mark your life for the next 20 years. So please watch out what are you doing. And also, if you have some dreams, there is no more time to waste. You will do it now. You will start now. You don't have enough resources. It doesn't matter. You will replace it with something of lower value just to get started, but please get started. Also, good guys in this lunations, just a moment, is Sun and Mercury are forming the trine with planet Neptune in Pisces. Some good things are going on in the sense of artistic inspiration, writing novels, writing poems, doing some chemistry things and so on. And if you are wondering about this whole virus thing and so on, the next year won't be the end. The next year will be the final battle, but there will be some smaller battles after it, especially the October and November of the next year. So if this year was exhausting for you, just wait, the next year will be exhausting too. I won't lie to you at all. It doesn't matter. So, the planet Venus is in the sign of Capricorn. She holds the power and she's acting like a moderator between the Mars and Uranus right now. She's good with both of bad guys. And she's the one who has power, who has money, who has resources and so on. I will talk more about retrograde Venus in Capricorn, I hope next week, because she also already entered her shadow of retrograde. and she will have some very interesting moments while she is retrograde, and she will be in Capricorn until the 6th of March. So prepare and beware, and be ready for some interesting turnovers, something like that. Okay, and then Pluto. Okay, Pluto is a good guy here during this eclipse, because it forms a waning trine with the moon and the north node at the late degree of Taurus, and this will mean some sudden turnovers regarding some properties, mines, lands, and so on. And I can only pray to God, please God, save our Serbia from Rio Tinto and lithium batteries and lithium digging and all those flavor of the year electric cars, and all those people who are so proud when they have electric cars, because they don't know what those big corporations like Rio Tinto are doing all over the world. If you don't know, just try to search what happened in Papua New Guinea, yeah, because they destroyed the country totally and caused all sorts of ugly things there. Right, this is it, and the total solar eclipse will happen on the 4th of December. This will be the last eclipse going on in Sagittarius, but before that, let's deal with this lunar eclipse for the next 2 weeks. Sky will be more stable, more dynamically positive, if I could say, but for this week, be aware on Wednesday, that is tomorrow, and Thursday, because Mars will be in opposition with Uranus directly, and this could mean a gun, explosion, crazy people coming, running, and so on. So, for Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius, some sudden and significant changes in their careers, personal lives, partnerships, homes, family roots, and everything. For the Libra and Aquarius, this could mean some changes in their finances and their careers. For Gemini, this will be one big breath in and one big breath exhale out. Because the fuss is over. It's not over quite yet, but they will breathe easier than before. And for Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, great time. Time for love and money. What could be better than mixing love and money, says the person who has Venus and Moon in her second house. Time for love and money for the next 18 months, with some turnarounds and drama and so on, but it will be okay. And for water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, yeah, good times, productive times. So fixed signs should watch out. And yeah, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus are the most affected, and they will have some consequences, but who doesn't in life? This is life, and things are moving. Eppur si muove. So, for all of you around the globe, and those who are standing on the flat earth with the projection of lunations and eclipses and so on, because I heard so many rubbish things in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I was the stupid astrologer an engineer who tried to have discussions with those people, and in the end I was like, hard times came to this earth, said the angels. That's the part from the Bible, from the Revelation by John. So I was the stupid one. Because I tried to, because as engineers, we were not taught on universities to trust anything. We had to check everything before we said this is it, because we had to know the principles. And on the first year of our university training to be engineers, we had to determine the gravitation. So to know exactly how much in numbers gravitation is, and we were all hypnotized, and not to measure just one, but to measure it several times, and we had to do it with that thing called something that's hanging, I don't know the term, and we were all hypnotized the whole day through, because we did our numerous measurements about gravitation. And now some guy who studied psychology comes to me and says gravitation doesn't exist, and then he falls from the chair. No, I won't start anymore, because it took all my energy, and I admit I was one very stupid woman to start discussions with those people. So this is it for the lunar eclipse. I wish you all well, and I see you in the next video. Bye.